So me, this is how I interpret it usually. I'm like, so if I see a guy is going over there, na hapo kuna bibi ya wenyewe, nisikae kwa njia yake. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Be like, unaenda wapi kwa bibi ya nani? My friend, please. Go your way. Because guess what happens? If that situation lipukas, but then nilimwona na Chito kwa barabara.
Memory wa Chito.
So then now that part is also standing in the way of sinners. So there are many things that I think we can draw. So basically, even in relationships, there's that aspect of there are people around us who carry wisdom. We should be able to identify those people on the onset to know this one has wise words. Huyu anakuanga tu wa entertainment. So you have that sort of logic and that thinking. But also from your story, what I'm also seeing, especially in regards to lessons, I'm also learning, just don't have many baby mamas.
No, so having many baby mamas is not a decision that you make.
Yeah, it's not a decision, but if you can...
if you can, and I can give you the lessons I've learned from how not to have many baby mamas. Okay? So number 1, don't have sex.
Basic.
Yeah.
Basic.
If you have sex, use protection.
Use a condom.
Those are the 2 sure bets that you'll not have a baby mama. The reason is this. There's none of my kids that I planned for and that I was ready for.
Yeah.
My son came, I was 20. It was my first experience. Like, this woman is the one who taught me, yo, this is the shit.
Yeah.
You know, remember I was very godly and very church going and very...
a pastor's kid.
Yeah. So there are things I was afraid of. Then that video for Tuju, the one for STI, is also traumatized me. I was like, I'm not going to touch nobody's daughter. If that's the way that thing is, no. And then so later when this happened, I was like, oh la la, okay, oh, nice. Then boom, a baby boy. And before I was ready for that one, Brianna happened, and then Ada happened, then Lola. So if I look at all these things, I was like, the mistake I was doing is I was trusting the other party more than I was trusting myself. How do I mean?
Hey, by the way, this doesn't mean he doesn't love his children. Obinna loves his children very much.
No, you don't have to tell them. It's up to you, man. I know my relationship with my kids. Yeah, you think I don't love them?
Yeah.
You remember what I told you? I'm not doing it for you. Those are my people. I'm doing it for me. So, a lady will tell you, I'm on my safe days. And then we utaingia na kila kitu. And then you find maybe she had missed her dates. Ama kuna demo nyenye atachukua lese kitu kama P2. Then ita backfire.
Mtoto alishikilia tu.
Yeah, mtoto anashikilia sema, God damn, no. No.
I'm not
I had to stand on business. Yeah. Na pia kuna ule pia mwenye atakuangalia hivi aseme, huyu Chito huyu, mi time yangu inapita, mi nataka nipate mtoi nikiwa hii age, na huyu Chito ndo anaka kuwa responsible. So wacha nikae nini, and then unaenda anakwambia niko sawa nini, usiogope, you don't trust me nini, and then bam. Na kuna ule pia ina happen by accident. Even her, she didn't want. Na akashtukia ama kondiko ikararuka. There are normally a couple of reasons. Like me, there's a baby mama that nilimwekea handbrake. But akachomwa handbrake. You see? Drops the mic. Literally. Yeah. So, nilimwekea handbrake. Mi nimejua tuko na handbrake ya 4 years or something. A little handbrake. How do you know? Baadaye unaambiwa, hey, rada. Mi na find out, come to ya sasa liwa, hey, my guy. I'm like, but see, you had a handbrake. So what will I do? Kill the child? No. That's an innocent being. That's an angel. I'm like, yeah, so what are we going to do? I'm going to take care of the child. But me and you, it's over. It's a wrap. It's never going to happen again because now I don't trust you. Now you are my enemy, but we have a child to raise. So we're going to make a truce for the sake of the baby. So for men, not having baby mamas, that is the only way I can tell you how to do it. Don't have sex. If you have sex, make sure all the time unatoka na watoto wako hivi. Na usiwadamp hapo kwa hiyo dustbin. Either flush them in the toilet ama live with it tena nayo kwingine. Because we unaweza toka na ukufikiri umeweka hapo nini alafu. And then there are also these people who wakishamaliza whatever anajipanguza na towel. Then the lady pia anajipanguza na the same towel. You might find some children hanging on the tower like, Daddy. Then amejipanguza now they find a home. They're like, yay, swimming again. Yeah. So just be careful with the things you're doing around yourself when you're about to have sexual intercourse. Yeah. Because now that is what guards. Yeah. You see. And then now, having dramatic baby mamas is also, it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
as a man. Okay? I also learned this later on. Bro, it has nothing to do with you. Where umepatia mtu ball, take care of your shit, bro. Yeah. Stand on business. Fight to be in your child's life as a man. It doesn't matter what the woman did, whether she was abusive, she was toxic, she's an alcoholic, she's bipolar, she's whatever, she's psycho. It doesn't matter. Tayari mama mtoto wako. Yeah. Take care of your child. It's not gonna be easy, bro. It's going to be a fight that is unnecessary but necessary.
Yes.
Unakati unajiuliza, mbona tunapigana? Tunapigana ndio nione mtoi.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be sending money and the money you'll be sending will not be used to do what its intended purpose is.
Yeah.
Mtoi ameparara, mtoi ni whatever, nini, you show up, mtoi anakachokorana, umetuma do, kuna manguo utakuwa unatuma za kwa zinachomwa, ukibai chakula inaweza kuwa inamwagwa, utakuwa unatoka na mtoi kwa na mtoi mtu unaambiwa umepeleka mtoto wangu mama yako. There's so much that will happen. Yeah. You'll be trolled online saying utaitwa deadbeat dad just because you've not sent money the way they want it to happen. You know, also men, we don't have money all the time. Yeah. Sometimes hauna na unaambia mtu wenyewe sahi sina. Hiyo time pia utaokotwa.
Yeah.
Kama hauna basi mbona ulikuwa unaniweka mimba, and you'll sit down and remember you told this woman you didn't want a child. And I mean you'll remember, and this woman told me she was safe. I mean you'll remember and say this woman da. Now what you're doing is you're just shifting blames, but there's already a child.
Yes.
So forget all the side shows. Lock in. Ni mtoi nataka kwa life yake. The police might not help you. Children's court might not help you. The streets might not help you. Only God might be able to help you. Yeah. Because consistency and persistence sometimes takes over.
Yes.
You're consistent in the war, atachoka. Evil people get tired sometimes.
Yeah.
Because Mungu akisimamanga sometimes, watu wanakuwa zile za, mwache aone basi huyo mtoto nini. So, stand on business, fight is not gonna be easy. That is how you be in your child's life. But the woman being dramatic and abusive and whatever as a baby mama is not on you. It has nothing to do with usijiblame. Ati unajua huyu nini.
Yeah.
Children grow up, yes, but they grow up traumatized. Like me, I look at my kids, I'm like, so sometimes I try to overlove them, which is also not good, but I'm trying to compensate on the trauma they've gone through. Because my kids have seen me transition through a couple of relationships and they've seen a couple of abuse happen here and there. You get? And nowadays, I take to the hills when I see certain red flags. And that is also a sign for also the other men who are watching this thing. Lessons I've also learned from my exes. Bro, see the red flags, run. Never stay because of the child. If you stay because of the child, utajeka kwa mangori zenye ungeavoid earlier on. I stayed because of some of my kids. Let me not narrow down because I'm talking general. There are some of my kids that I stayed because of them. And while I was staying because of this particular kid, I was hurting the other kids. You get? There are some relationships that have gone because of me. And when I was saying because of me, I was hurting my kids. Because the kids are just like, us, we don't endorse this thing. But I'm like, hey, guys, man, I want someone for me. I also need love, And then this thing happens. And later when you're outside, you're like, wait a minute. Then the kids start kufunguka. Mbona muku niambia? Some of the things they've said is on their channel. If you watch their channel, you'll see them talking about some things that were happening before. And I was just like, you guys never told me. They're like, yeah, we never knew how you'll react because we saw nini. So nowadays I take to the hills. The problem of running away as a man, one, you'll be branded a coward, which is good. Cowards live longer. And then also you want to stay and fight with a woman. Then also, if you run to the hill, sometimes they come after you because they think you're afraid. Which is true. I'm afraid of what I will do to you. And if I do it to you, the consequences will fall on my kids. So I will run away. Call me all the names, do whatever. They'll come for you. They'll come. There's a relationship I was in recently and the person wasn't nice. And I bailed. And I was told a lot of things. And I saw a lot of things online and everywhere. And I was just looking and I'm like, if I decide to start talking today, and I've also realized this thing about most men, starting with myself. There's so much we don't say for the sake of the other person. Because I also said this thing last week on Nini, I shot on my phone on a video I did, that one for toxic women. A lot of men, we tell the other man not to talk. Mi sahi ukikama uko na ngori na wife yako, no nakwambia bro, lenga maze, cheza chini bro. Unajua huyu ni mama watoto wako maze. Bro, achana nayo maze, acha iende. But you know what her friends are telling her? Nani Chito, guy, surely, talk baby girl, sema, speak it out, sema, kidogo wine mbili tatu, say it. And then she'll say it, and then 7 of her friends will also say it to their friends, and their friends will say it to their friends. But mi ukikutana mi pekao mi, hata hao mamori hawatajua. Mi nishakwambia bro, cheza chini, be a man maze. Lenga hiyo story maze. No, nyamazia. Ati amebonda gari yako yote. No, lenga maze. Si uko na insurance? Oh, hauna? Maze, ongea na meke, utalipa hiyo kitu alafu wewe cheza chini. But now you know what you're doing wrong is the next man is going to be in a similar situation. And they'll not know what to do because Obinna and Chito never spoke. So the thing is only them. So they will stay. You see that story for women trying to commit suicide? It happens more times than enough in relationships, and men don't talk about it. Personally, in my DM currently I have 5. Wanaume wananiambia 2 hata wakanitumia evidence. Kuna mwingine there's a show of studies called Men Problems, where now I'm allowing men to now talk about problems they've been in relationships. Now just give me the story, we laugh about it, Nini, and then how you manage to come out of it, and now other men will learn from it. So kuna mwingine tena juzi last week, demi yake amejikatakata mpaka kapelekwa OC. I have the videos. So when you look at this thing, you're like, na kuna mwingine tena demi yake akarecord video akamwambia, mimi nenda kujiua na najani kijiua ni wewe ndo utafungwa jela. Nini. So when such things happen, these men think, it's just me maze. Maze demi yangu maze amejam maze amepata message kwa simu yangu maze amejam. So ni message ampata kwa simu yangu amejam, anasema atakujiua. So let me manage it. Let me love her even more and let me be more present. So you stop serving your purpose as a man, you start living for this person. And when you're doing that, another thing will happen. Bro, every relationship has mistakes. There's always something that will happen. And when it happens, she'll try it again. Do you know one day she'll be successful? And when she does that, who goes to jail?
It's the guy who goes to jail.
So the minute you see it, bro, run for the hills. Toka bro, kama ni kuacha vitu wacha. Juzi nimeona ni Nairobi Gossip Club wamepost, kuna dem ameenda kararua vitu kwa nyumba ya boys fulani nini ufa akapiga, ameipiga kwa nini amebudo ufa. Amesok ufa nini, and it happens so many times that even men come to the house, manguo zimechongwa zimeraruliwa, mtu mwingine ameiba manguo zako amefanya nini. It happens. And men stay because mama alikuwa amejamba unajua alikuwa amejua naongea na Stacy maze mama amejam, and then you stay. Bro, you're making the biggest mistake in your life. It's the same way I'll say for any woman, men are not as dramatic as kuchoma nini, but a man atakuslap. The minute he slaps you, my sister,
run for the hills.
Run to the hills, ondoka, because leo atakuslap. Next time itakuwa ni slap 2. Singine atakupiga ngumi. So moja atakuchapa kwa tumbo, uterus yako ita rupture. You'll never be able to give birth again because you stayed. And you saw the signs. Bro, I saw the sign. And it opened up my eyes. I saw this. Bro, I've done those mistakes. Learn from me. My guy, Toka. Them are threatened to kukupiga, matusi, kujiua, Toka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on that note, I think this is a good place to end, because at least now we're able to wrap up and see all the lessons that we can get from the things that Busy has been through. But thank you so much for joining us, man. It's the Golden Voice Live, where we heal, we teach, we raise, and we build, all for your benefit. See you on the next one. Cheers.
Imeisha hivyo. God damn, bring it back.